Hey friends, it's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living, and we just got to Halifax. I meant to pick you guys up first thing this morning, but it was so crazy busy. I'll tell you about it later. But I ended up driving up here. My husband still was a sleepyhead, so he slept all the way up. Anyways, we're just going into the building now. We're about a half hour early, so that's not bad at all. Anyways, I'll check back in a little while. Alright guys, well I had to make a little pit stop before I went to the office. I think my husband's still in there now, so yeah. We're at the building. So yeah, I got up. Well, I didn't hear my alarm. My alarm was shut off, but thank goodness I didn't sleep very good last night because I was scared I was going to miss the appointment. I got up around 5:45, and I didn't have time for a shower because I had to get all the kids up that were going to day camp and all the other places. My teenager's staying home for the most of the day, watching Misha and Maze, and then later Medea is going to come out and drive him to work with the other two kids, and my dad's picking up the other two girls that'll be at day camp and taking them home for supper. Oh, there's my husband there. And then he's going to drive them out after supper. So anyways, I'll check back after I get into the office. Alright guys, well it's not done yet, but I've seen all three people. The first lady went and I had to do those eye tests again, you know how you put your chin and your forehead up against something, and she does all the measurements and stuff. And then the second person was like a technician person that would, it was like an actual eye exam, you know, read these letters, read those letters, and went over the procedure. The third person was like where I did the payment arrangements and went over the prescriptions that they were going to give me. There's a whole bunch of drops I'm going to have to do. So the first day I'll be able to see good, but I can't watch TV or read or anything. The second, third, and fourth day, I guess, is when most of the pain comes. But I have a prescription for that, and then I still can't drive for 2 or 3 days, or 4 days. It depends, because I'll be able to see really good at first, and then I'm not going to be able to see very well the next few days after. It'll just be a little bit blurry, so I'll still be able to see, but not to the point where it'd be safe for me to drive or do anything like that. I didn't have a shower this morning, and I'm not supposed to have a shower, you know, today, which is disappointing because I really wanted to have a shower. I might have a bath, but I hate baths. So we'll see. But I can have a shower tomorrow. So I'll have one tomorrow morning before my morning appointment here. It's at 10:15, but that's not too bad. So anyways, after that third person, she said there's still going to be quite a wait, so you can go walk around, get something to eat. So I'm just going outside of the mall, professional building and everything, and just stretching my legs a little bit, sitting on some benches, doing some people watching. You know, it's kind of neat when you're in a city and that's something I like the city about the city, because there's such an eclectic, you know, group of citizens here, and it's nice to just people watch, not stare at them, of course, but you know, you make up, you know, a beautiful family walking by. It's very multicultural, and I just love it. I just love every single bit of it. Anyways, I'll catch you up when the next leg of the journey goes on. look stylish. I just got numbing drops in my eye, so I think I'll be up next. Very exciting. I'm about to call for my husband because it's about an hour and then I'll be able to leave when they're done the procedure. So, ooh, I can feel my eyes getting numb. Feels weird. So anyways, I just wanted to fill you in. I'm just sitting in the lounge area now. I gotta sit here for about a half hour or so, and they gave me some medication, so I think all went well. Alright friends, I'm all done. I have to say the world looks a little blurry right now, but we're just going to Sobeys to pick up my prescriptions, and I can't take these sunglasses off, but I'm not feeling any pain right now. Alright, well, we dropped my prescriptions off, and now we're going to Steakenstein for my breakfast, lunch, or supper, because I haven't eaten anything today. Oh, Steakenstein. It's gonna be good. Yeah, this is we come here usually when we come to Halifax. It's really good restaurant. So, yes. I am so hungry right now. I could eat this whole menu, I think. So, I'll show you what I get. So I got some steak and a Greek salad. And some mushrooms and onions, but I'm not eating that roll. Okay, so for dessert, we're gonna go to a Starbucks. We don't have Starbucks in my neck of the woods, but there's some here, so we're gonna go get one. Alright friends, well, my husband's in there waiting for our drinks. It's cool in there, but there's some outside seats, and this one's in the shade, so I thought we'll come outside and sit. I ended up getting a cafe mocha, and yes, I know that's not really keto, but I feel like I really want to try one of those here. And, yeah. That's what I got. He just got a coffee Americano, just a big old coffee. But yeah, I'm treating myself. I'm gonna do it all the way. Well, he's treating me, I should say. So yeah, Starbucks. I think I've had maybe 5 Starbucks in my life ever. So yeah. Anyways, it's a beautiful, beautiful neck of the woods. I used to live in this area. It's nice. The Olin's Brewery right there, like Olin's beer, it's right there. Alright guys, it's the next day. I just came from my second appointment, like the next day appointment. Last night I was in a lot of pain, so I couldn't really film. My husband took some pictures of the hotel room. I'll tell you all about that, you know, later on or something, but it was a nice spot, but it's just a rinky-dink place. And, yeah, I hardly slept at all. But I guess my, appointment this morning went well. She put some numbing drops in my eye so I can actually open them. But my eyes are all swollen. Aren't I pretty? Anyways, we're heading home now. Medea and Marquise have done a fantastic job taking care of all the little ones and stuff, so yeah. Anyways, I'll check back in a little while. Alright guys, well I'm home. I've been home for about 5 hours now. Just after supper. I've been laying in bed. I just went downstairs and got some more eye drops. My eyes are still really puffy. But I don't think I'm going to get a video up today because I'm not supposed to be watching TV or anything. But I'm going to squish all these days together, and at the end of it I'm going to sit down and, you know, give you the lowdown and my thoughts and my take on the whole thing and everything. I'm having a hard time sleeping. But I'm kind of dopey because I'm on quite a bit of medication. So I'm just taking it easy. But I got to keep these on 24/7. Well, they said tonight I don't have to wear them when I'm sleeping. It's just But anytime during the day and stuff, I gotta leave him on. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to fill you in. But I'm doing good, and I have to say my husband is a rock star, because he has been taking care of me more than, you know, I could have even put on him. He's following all the directions with the drops. There's a lot. There's like 3 or 4 different drops, 3 different pills, you know, and all different times, and he made his own little system and wrote it down and checks it off every day. He's doing so good, and I really appreciate it. I don't think I could have handled doing all that if I was there by myself and then had to stay overnight by myself. I couldn't see a thing, honestly. It was really, really uncomfortable. So anyways, I'll be back either later on tonight or tomorrow, but don't worry, I will get a video up, just not tonight. Alright guys. Well, good morning guys. I'm still rocking the shades. So at 2:30ish this afternoon, it'll be 48 hours since I had my procedure, so I can watch TV or read or anything like that I want to do. But my eyes, yeah, are still puffy. But Misha's here. She's going to a birthday party today. Whose birthday party, Mish? Spencer's.
Sticky Lego.
Yeah, got him some gifts. And I have my coffee over here. Oh yeah, a nice big fat one. I want one. My husband just ran down to the store to get some more milk for cereal for these guys. And yeah, I'll try to be able to check in a little bit more today and squish it all together. Maze is still sleeping. The other girls are up though. But yeah, it's kind of a cloudy, overcast day, but it's hard to say. It can change in a flash. You just never know. So anyways, I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I hope you enjoy yours, and I'll be back in a little while. Well, it's about 12:30. Misha's ready to go to a party.
Look what I did.
What is that?
It's a baby balloon.
Oh. And we wrapped Spencer's present in some Christmas paper. I don't know if you can see, but she decorated the envelope. Yeah, so she's my little party animal. Anyways, just checking in. Alright guys, well it's 22 after 2, and my husband went and took Misha to that birthday party. I'll just show you. He has sheets, the past 3 sheets, but he did this all himself. I'm so surprised, but he writes down all the drops and pills that I take and the times I'm supposed to take it, so he can check it off to make sure that I actually taken them. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I can't say how much I appreciate him taking the role of doing this, because I thought that I would be able to bounce back real quick. I'm gonna sit down with you. I don't know whether I'll get a video up today or not, but I'm gonna squish all of these days together into one. But yeah, I thought I'd go for my surgery and I would, you know, I'd be a little sore the next day, but I'd be okay. But yeah, it's a lot different than what I thought it was going to be. But I'll get into that when we sit down for some tea. Anyways, I just thought I'd briefly show you, because I just took 2 drops that I'm supposed to take. Usually he'd be here to tell me, but I just happened to look at it, and I was supposed to take them, so I just took them and checked them off. Anyways, yeah, and I just had 2 sausages. My husband barbecued yesterday. He barbecued a bunch of sausages and stuff, so that's what I had for my lunch today. That's 2 sausages with a nice blob of mustard. Alright guys, well I just put my nighttime drops in. My eyes have gone down a little bit, and it's 20 after 9, and I am sleepy. Medication I'm on makes me a little dopey, so yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get this video up tonight. I'm hoping tomorrow, but I gotta take it easy on my eyes. I'm gonna put my shades back on. I just wanted to show you. My swelling's gone down quite a bit. But I'm still rocking my shades. Yes, I am. For supper tonight, what did the kids have? I can't even remember. I wasn't the one doing supper, my husband was, so oh well. All I know is that they're fed and they're happy and they're healthy. So I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, good morning guys. It's Saturday and I'm about to have my morning coffee full of peace, love, and happiness. Yes, I am. I slept really well last night. The first night's sleep in the past 3 days, so that's a good thing. But my eyes are a little puffy, but not too bad. Sensitive to light and stuff, so I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy this and get on with my day. Okay, friends, well, fast forward. It's 3:25, and I was into the hospital all day with my son waiting, because you have to wait forever there. He just had to get an antibiotic for his throat. But I get home and my sister and my dad are here folding this monster pile of laundry. I'll show you. It's like yesterday I spent the day washing monster laundry, and I planned on folding it. Oh, it's dark, but it's all folded. It just needs to be brought upstairs now. So thank goodness for my sister and my dad. But right now my husband's outside barbecuing. He's outside barbecuing, and it is hotter than the hinges out there. Like, it's muggy. It's like an armpit out there.
Look what happened to my balloon.
Oh yeah. Misha went to Sunday school today, and yeah, it's just one of those days. I don't think I can stay outside though. It's so stinking. Yeah, you can see my kitchen table. I don't even care right now. But he's outside barbecuing, so that'll be good for supper. Shut this, I'll show you. Maze is riding his Jeep. And yeah, I wish it would just downpour and get rid of this. Get rid of this humidity. Look at all the chicken. Yummy. Alright guys, well, I finally have a minute to sit down with you. I couldn't find my little teapot. I don't know, one of the kids probably had it, but I'm going to sit down and have a cup of tea with you. My husband just left a little while ago, well, over an hour ago, with Maze and Misha to go down and visit his family. The other girls are here. My teenager's gone four-wheeling, so I have a minute. I'm having another one of those black chai teas right now, and I don't have a clean teaspoon, so I'm using the little kid's plastic fork. I'm improvising. I had to get Mally, oh, I'm spilling the water. I had to get Mally to come in here to make sure that the camera wasn't fuzzy, because I can't really tell. It looked a little fuzzy to me. So I think you've seen her before, but I wanted to bring her out. Isn't she beautiful? So her handle is all gold, and you can see it has its own like design. And there's gold all around the top. And down at the bottom, it's like little flower petals. So it's not just a circular slipper. And that's all gold too. And there's little grapes, or is it grapes? Little berries. Blackberries or something. There she is. Now this one is made in Japan. Yeah, made in Japan. So I'm going to let this tea steep a little bit. And I'll tell you about the past couple of days. Anyways, so the day that we went up to Halifax to get my laser eye surgery, I'll wipe that up after. Yeah, it was a busy morning. Busy morning with all the kids and stuff like that. And we got up there. My husband didn't stay at the eye place with me because he went over to the university to do a bunch of things. And that was fine. I'd rather, honestly, I like going to appointments all by myself. And I just, as you've seen with the video, I called him an hour before I could leave. But, yeah, it took a long time. My appointment, or I had to be there for 9:45. My appointment, like, to actually get the procedure done was, like, at 2:30. So it was a long time. And I didn't get to film a whole lot in the office because there was a lot of people there. That first day I went up just for the consultation, there was only me and one other person. But that day, it was packed. It was packed. So I didn't want to, like, break out the camera and show, you know, everybody and everything. I did show you that fancy little coffee station. Oh, the water's running. The fancy little coffee station. I ended up having a dark roast coffee and having a peppermint tea throughout the day. I was really craving a hot chocolate while I was there for some reason. They didn't have any, but that's why I got that cafe mocha when I went to Starbucks. But for the actual procedure, they put those drops in my eyes. I went in this room, and it's like like a doctor's table, or almost like a massage table, only you're laying on your back up, and there's a little cradle for your head. And the doctor, comes and talks. He was very, very friendly. His name was, Dr. Boudreau. I don't know if he was from Quebec or if he was Acadian, but he had a French accent, but very nice, very friendly. And there was 2 attendants in there. One of them, I think his name was Jared, and I met him the day that I went for the consultation. And the other one was a lady, and she was very nice, a young lady. And they explained to me everything that was going to happen before they did it. And when they started, my eyes were numb, right? So I couldn't feel anything. And then the doctor he said it was a sponge to wipe my eyeball off. I guess there's gunk on people's eyeballs. And then he used a scraper of some sort. I couldn't really see what it was, but to scrape my eyeballs, which I couldn't feel, which probably would hurt a lot if I could feel it. And then I'm looking up like this, because I'm laying flat on my back, and there's a whole bunch of lights, like red lights and yellow lights, and then there's a big green X, and I'm supposed to stare directly at this green X. They did one eye at a time. If they did my right eye, they taped my left eye shut, so I wouldn't open it or I wouldn't move or anything. And they gave me 2 little squishy balls to squeeze, so I would be distracted by that, and I wouldn't move my head or anything. And they had one of those things, if you ever seen that movie Clockwork Orange, my boobs are popping out. I have my good bra on. That movie Clockwork Orange, where they hold the eyes open, yeah, that's what it reminded me of. So he lines the machine up, and it ends up focusing. It's fuzzy at first, but then it ends up focusing, and they tell me to hold still. So of course I even stop squeezing the balls, because I don't even want to move an inch, because I certainly don't want this messing up. And a laser comes on. I don't see the laser, but I can hear it, and this awful smell. I don't know whether it was laser or my eyeball frying. It's hard to say. I asked them after, but they said it's kind of a combination of both. But the actual laser procedure was less than 10 seconds. No joke. That was it. All those pictures they took and measurements they took all got programmed into this laser. So it was specific to me in my eye. And after the laser was done, he put some sort of something like a sponge thing on my eyeball, and had to wait 5 seconds. And they counted out loud, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they took it off, and then they put a contact lens on. So I have contacts in right now, and I leave them in for 5 days. That 5 days I go back up to Halifax, and they take it out and do all the testing and to make sure everything's a-okay. And then they do the other eye, and then I sit up, and I said, I can give you a hug, and he came over, and I gave him a hug. It was nice. It was a good experience. And then they get me to sit out in this little lounge area, which I did a little panorama, just to show you. They're just like recliner chairs. They give me a dose of drops and a dose of painkillers. My eyes are still frozen, mind you. And wait there for about a half hour. Then they bring me into the same room where it's, tell me what letters and stuff. They don't get me to do that. They just check my eyes to make sure the contact lens is on good. And then we go. I know that's just rushing through it. But basically that's what it was. It was a whole lot of waiting for a 1 hour, procedure. But really the actual laser surgery was 10 seconds. But, 10 minutes, I guess, in that room. But the thing is, I didn't get LASIK surgery. What I did, what I had to do, because I have funny shaped eyeballs, which I had no idea. I did know I had to have different contact lenses before when I wore glasses and contacts. I had toric lenses, and I had to put them in a certain way, just because the shape of my eyeball. So I wasn't a candidate for actual LASIK surgery. I had PRK surgery. And I guess with LASIK surgery, now I'm just breaking it down how I understood it. They cut like a flap into your eyeball and open the flap and do the laser thing and put the flap back. for me, that wouldn't work. So they cut 2 layers off of my cornea. So I didn't have a flap at all. So that's why my procedure takes so much longer to recover from than actual Lasik surgery. So let me have a sip of this tea. Oh yeah, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. So yeah, I didn't know about this PRK. They told me this the other day when I was at the consultation, but when they went over it again, I'm like, oh, now I really see the difference. I mean, I still would have done it anyways. But yeah, I had 2 shaving, or I keep saying shaved off my eyeball, but whatever they did. And then did whatever they had to do. It was, 2 shakes up of a lamb's tail and it was done. But my eyes were still frozen when we left. So we went and got something to eat at Steak and Stein, which was the bomb. And then we went to Starbucks. Or we went to Sobeys, dropped the prescriptions off, and went to Starbucks because we'd pick up the prescriptions afterwards. But the thing is, when we were sitting outside having that, well, I had the cafe mocha, I said, we need to go get my prescriptions. Because they told me, I'll know when my eyes aren't frozen anymore. Because, yeah, it started to hurt. It really started to hurt. They felt like really dried out, like, I suppose if you had a bad burn, and it's extremely painful. That's how it was for me. I don't know what it's like for other people or for Lasik surgery, but I think I have a really high pain tolerance. I really do. I'm not just saying that, but I wasn't crying or anything like that, but I need my medicine. We need to go. So we went and got the drops. We found the hotel. I had made that reservation on booking.com. And it wasn't too far away. It was right there in the city. And it wasn't a big fancy hotel, but it was, a good price, $111. And I didn't even really look at the room. I got my husband to snap those pictures of the room, just so you guys could see it. But when I got there, oh my goodness, I didn't move. When I'm in pain, I think I kind of scared my husband, to be honest, because he doesn't see me in pain. The only time he ever sees me in pain is when I was in labor having babies. And I get quiet when I'm in a lot of pain, real quiet, and try not to move or anything. And that's how it was. But it got so painful. He had to lay out the medication. He laid it all out on a table because it's overwhelming. I'll get the papers. There's eye drops and pain pills, and they told me it'd be uncomfortable. But I went back there the next day and I said, you guys lied to me, but joking around. I wasn't really upset, but they said, how was your first night? I said, it was absolutely horrible. I didn't sleep at all the first night. I couldn't sleep. It was so uncomfortable. But yeah, they prescribed Zymar, which I think is an antibiotic eye drop, some Sustain Ultra. It's just like lubricating drops. I took Dilaudid, that's like a narcotic. Gravol, because a lot of the symptoms from that is nausea, so I took Gravol. Toradol, which is another big painkiller. Tylenol, which, Tylenol. Another one was dilute alkane. And another eye drop, and this was only if you had severe pain. I didn't have to use this drop today. I don't know if I'm going to say it right. Tetracaine minims, TCN. And yeah, what that would do, it would almost freeze your eyes just for about 10 minutes. But yeah, and I would have to take these throughout the whole day. Not just one time a day, a lot during the day on a time schedule. So yes, that's what happened. And I'm not saying this to scare anybody, like if you're ever thinking about doing it. I guess a lot of people that have Lasik surgery don't have a whole lot of pain, but I have to say, I experienced a lot of pain. And would I do this again? Yes, I would do it again. However, I wish I had known it was to that degree. I just would have been mentally prepared. They give you other sheets, if you have any questions or if you're experiencing, sudden extreme pain or, if the contact slips and things to call. So I ended up calling because I could barely talk. I said, is it normal to be this uncomfortable? And they reassured me it was. But yeah, it was something else. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I couldn't do anything like that. And it was bad. It was bad. But the second day, I was hoping I would go to that next day appointment to say, oh, the contact's, you know, a little askew. Let me fix it. And they'll put it in and the pain would go away. But no, the contact was on just right. I guess this is what happens when you have PRK, at least in my case. But it's still worth it to me. It really is. I just wish I had known to the degree it could have been. And I have to go see them next week, and in 1 month, and then I think 6 months, and then 1 year. And then once a year after that if I want to. You know what I mean? I would pay for the visit, but I'm going to. I am going to. We still have the eye insurance on our thing, so that would cover it anyways. And if anything starts to, you know, get fuzzy or out of sync in the next 5 years, they'll fix it for free kind of thing. But that doesn't generally happen or anything. But I could have paid for that option for a lifetime, but it was a lot more expensive, and I wasn't going to do that. So if worst case scenario happens in 20 years, if I need to get glasses again, I will. But I'm not thinking that far ahead. I like to take it day by day. So yes, it was a good experience. I'm really glad I did it. But yeah, it was really uncomfortable, and I think that rates right up there with because it was a pain that wouldn't go away. Even if you drugged me with, I couldn't sleep even though I had those heavy narcotics, and I had Gravol. Gravol makes you sleepy. I didn't sleep a wink. I just laid there in pain, and I felt bad for my poor husband because he was there the whole time, but I couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't do anything about it, and it's our first time ever dealing with something like this. So it was quite the experience, and I'll remember it forever. And I think he'll remember it forever. But my eyes have gone down most of the way. Not all the way, but most of the way. And I asked the lady the next day I went in, I'm like, I look like I've been punched in the face. She was like, yeah, that's what we expect to see. So, I'm glad I had these glasses. But my eyes don't hurt today. They're a little uncomfortable, like if I had contacts in too long, how it feels a little scrapey. But I'm not in pain anymore, so I am going to get this video up tonight, finally. Finally, I want a little more of that tea. There's a little bit more water in here, if I don't make a big mess. And yeah, the next day when I went home, when we finally got home, I just laid in bed and took my time. Oh, and I did ask them, I'm like, I thought people could see perfectly after they had this operation. She was like, well, some people think they can see perfectly when they're done. Like if somebody came in with really, really, really high prescription glasses and had this procedure, they'd feel like they could see 1,000,000 times better right off a jump. And it's not that I couldn't see, but I was just like, everything's a little bit blurry, just a little fuzzy around the edges and things like that. And she was like, oh, that's to be expected. Now, as your cornea starts to grow back, it'll get a little fuzzier. So I still can't drive. I feel like I could drive, it'd be like driving while sleepy. I'm not going to drive. But it's just the part of my eye growing back. And so it'll get worse before it gets better. And today, that's what I mean. I had to get Mally to come and tell me if this was clear or not, because it looked fuzzy to me. But she said, no, it's clear, so hopefully it is. So yeah, that's the lowdown. That's the lowdown. Now, I have to say a big thank you to Marquise and Medea, my two eldest children, because they work together as a good team when they have to. They're siblings, so when they don't have to, that's what siblings do. But they really took charge and got the kids where they needed to go and got them fed and put them to bed and got them dressed in the morning and made sure everything was hunky-dory. And my dad, too, picking the girls up from day camp. I couldn't I couldn't ask for better helpers. Like, it was fantastic, and it just made this process so much easier. And my mother-in-law or my sister-in-laws, they're just a phone call away too. So, you know, I had the home fort, you know, secure, which was good, and it makes my trip so much easier. And when I got back midday, I cleaned up most of my laundry room, which has always been a trouble spot for me. I've been trying to get to that laundry room and trying. She cleared the floor. She didn't do the shelves, but it's a huge job just doing the floor. And swept it and mopped it, and now I can actually do the shelves and reorganize in there. Like, amazing. And all the dirty clothes, I washed them yesterday, and you've seen that monster pile today. It's all folded. They're still not upstairs yet, but they will, if not tonight, tomorrow. I'm taking things a little laid back these past few days, and probably tomorrow too. But I'm not going to make this a big task. I'm not going to make this a big regimented day. My husband loves barbecuing, so barbecue, lunch, supper, breakfast, I don't care. But it's food for the family, and I don't have to do it. And I can just recover and talk to you guys and talk to my kids. And, you know, just, I need to rest quite a bit, not only because of my eyes, but my body. I know you guys don't see a whole lot of that, and I don't talk a whole lot about that. But since my eyes don't hurt today, what I do find is that they get heavy. And it's not that I'm exactly tired, but my eyes are heavy. Almost like you'd see a sleepy cartoon character, you know, when they're sleepy. They're dopey eyes. That's how it is. Now, those pills that I had, they did make me dopey, but I didn't get sleepy at all. I couldn't unwind at all. So last night I had a good sleep. And yeah, my husband ended up falling asleep on the couch and came up later, but then he came down in the morning. I didn't even hear him, and came up in the morning, like later in the morning, and brought my pills and drops up and stuff. And it just floors me. He's never taken such good care of me ever. I mean, he takes good care of me, but I think it really shook him, and it shook me in the sense that, oh my goodness, this is more intense than we thought it was going to be. Because another thing, my other sister-in-law was going to have a Norwex party Friday, and I thought, well, Thursday I'll go up for my procedure. I'll be back home mid-afternoon on Friday. I'll be a little sore, but I'll just get Medea to drive me down to her Norwex party, and I'll just, you know, take part. I've never been to one, so I want to go to one. No way. I couldn't do that at all. I really couldn't. I was out. There was one little clip. I just rewatched some of the stuff I filmed. And it was me laying in bed, and I thought I said something to the camera. This is when I was in a lot of pain at the hotel. But it didn't, so I just put, I was in tremendous pain or something. But yeah, I just laid there, and my husband asked me if I wanted to eat. He went and got some donair meat and stuff like that. Because I said, while I was still kind of high and frozen, at Steak and Stein, I'm like, I want to eat as much stuff as we can while we're up here. And I was like, I want some donair meat. I want this and that and this and that. And he went and got some donair meat after, you know, I was kind of settled at the hotel. I was never comfortable, but I couldn't eat a lick. And on the way down, we stopped in Colebrook. That's about halfway down from the city to here. And we stopped to McDonald's. We got two grilled chicken salads, Greek salads, but we got the balsamic vinegar dressing. It's not 100% keto, but that was about the best they had there, and it was delicious. And that's what we had. I didn't eat anything after we got home, but the technician said it's better to eat when I have those pain pills, and just your body absorbs some more. So that's why when I have the Dilaudid or the Toradol, I had those sausages the other day, and you know, just when I had that, just to help absorb. But yeah, I just wanted to give you the lowdown on all that, because that was quite the whirlwind. On a new front, when we got home, my husband and I ordered these the other day. They're like Fitbits, only they're Garmin. And I'm going off track, but I got my Garmin on. So yesterday and today I've been counting my steps. And today I've almost made my count that they put in that I'm supposed to have. And it's funny because I can't walk for more than 10 minutes at a time without really having to sit down. And so today, you know, while I was in that outpatients with my son, I would do like air punches like this, 100 punches a day, or go like this. So yeah, it's not walking, but it's getting me to move. So if anything, it's just motivating me to do little exercises that I can do. I'm not doing great big heavy cardio, jumping jacks and things like that, but I can do this. I can car dance, you know, stuff like that. So I think they count as steps. So I'm not going to say that's cheating because it's not. I'm moving my body. So as my eyes heal, you know, I can't wait for my 5-day appointment because I want those contacts out there getting on my nerves, but I'm hoping that everything's going on the right track. I've been wearing these, you know, 99.9% of the time. I'll give you a little flash what they look like, or with my husband a little flash, but yeah, at least they're not totally horrendous shades. I thought they might be great big box ones that go over, you know, half my face. But anyways, that's it. So tomorrow I think I'll be able to do a video. I don't know how in depth, but we'll see. We'll see. What is tomorrow? Oh, the kids go to day camp. Well, Mally and Messiah. Misha and Maze are supposed to go to a vacation Bible school, but we'll have to see because my husband has to do the driving, and the van is still not home. It's being fixed because it needs inspection and stuff like that. So we just have his car and a truck, and I can't drive, so there's only 5 seats in the car, so he'll have to make a couple of runs, and he's not used to that. So he can do it, but it's gonna be something. But I want to get that laundry taken care of, get the kids to take that upstairs, and I'm starting to feel a little back to normal. I mean, like I said, it was worth it for me. It was. But my husband's like, oh, I don't know if I ever want to get that done now, because he was thinking about getting it done too sometime. I said, well, Martin, this is different. He has regular kind of contacts. I think this is different because of my eyeballs. Leave it to me to have different eyeballs. It might not be that way, but yeah, he can't stand even having an itchy eye. And I understand his hesitancy seeing me the way that I was. But like I said, I wasn't crying or whining or anything, but I was not myself. And I'm glad I'm feeling much better today. But like I said, I get sleepy, I get dopey, and I just need a rest. I need a rest. But yeah, I wasn't too tired to have a cup of tea with you guys, that's for sure. I think it's been 3 days since I put up a video, so I've been missing the interaction. That's why I just pop in every once in a while to say hi. But yeah, the kids had some chicken and sliced up cucumbers and a cheese stick and a banana for supper. That's what they had. But the battery died. They filled their boots and they got their bellies full, and they're happy with that. And there's still a little bit of chickens left, so that's good. Oh yeah, my son works at 6 o'clock in the morning. My husband is totally off. You know, he's not used to handling all this stuff. He can do it, but he handles certain household things, and I handle other household things. So he's kind of doing both things right now. So I'm there to support him. It's just I can't drive, so he's got to handle the transportation. He can be the taxi driver for the next few days. And yeah, I'm just going to focus on not pushing myself and letting my eyes heal, even though I feel like, oh, you know, right now, like I can see out almost like when I was wearing glasses. Things are a little fuzzy, but not too bad. But I know that they're still not healed because things are fuzzy and they're not supposed to be. And I was just touching. I touched these, if you remember, I think it was my last appointment. Those acupuncture needles are still in my ear. I can take them out tomorrow. But I can tell you, I was touching those the other night to try to help with pain if it activates anything in my body. But yeah. Anyways, I think I have some appointments this week. So I don't know if I'm going to have to cancel those because my husband will have to drive me. And he wouldn't mind driving me, but I don't know. It's just easier when I can just go. I can just go. I don't like having to depend on anybody else, and I don't want to do that. So it's not a big deal. I think I have a massage, and I have my other Reiki appointment this week, and I don't want to miss that. I don't know. I'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll tell him to drive me on his motorcycle because he likes driving the motorcycle. But if we get somebody to watch me, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, guys, this video's gone on long enough. I've drug it on for days at a time now. But I love you, and I really appreciate you guys supporting my journey. And I have to say, my friend Holly, you guys know who she is, I think. You'll see her in the comments. I've read all your comments and your updates, and I've been meaning to say something to you. And I'm so proud of you and so happy that you're such a strong woman. You're on the mend, and you're an inspiration to so many, I have to say. You really are. And I just love you. I really do. And if I was there, I'd give you a big old bear hug, even with my big old sunglasses on. So, anyways, I just want to put that out there before I end it and forget again. I'm thinking, gosh, Tracy, you got to do that tomorrow. You got to do that tomorrow. And I forget, and I forget, and I forget. But I didn't forget tonight. All right, guys. Well, peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose. But if not, that's okay too. I still love you. I still love every single one of you out there. Lovers and haters. It's all good to me. No hard feelings here ever. Ever, ever, ever. Everything just rolls off my back. I don't care. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go get this ready to rock. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I am going to do a video tomorrow. I'm not going to push myself, but you guys are never a burden at all. Like, I don't mind chit-chatting with you, even if it's just me popping in with my hair all whatever and my eyes all puffy. You just never know what tomorrow's going to be like. So, anyways, guys, have a good evening, and I'll see you later.